Hi everybody, I am on my last day in Paris and I am at the Pont Neuf bridge, which if you can see behind me there's all these locks and there's lots of them. There's a whole bridge of them, and the story behind this is that people, lovers, each write on the locks. Let's see if we can get close in here and see some of this stuff, and they write their names and they throw away the key afterwards to symbolize their unbreakable love for each other. And while this is very romantic and really incredible, I mean, like, look how far around this bridge goes. It just keeps going. Well, I'll walk you guys around after. But one thing that I am really wanting to talk to you guys about today is something that I've recognize that sometimes we lock our hearts off and throw away the key to ideas that don't serve us. An example of how I've done this in my past is, if I was just 10 pounds lighter, then people would respect me more. Or even in my marriage, where my husband takes such good care of me and spoils me and really provides everything that we need, and sometimes feeling like I need to pay him back for that type of stuff. In my business, sometimes I've made decisions that I can't trust delegating to other people because they might ultimately, I've gotten burned by people that I've hired and delegated to before. And when we have these experiences and sometimes make these decisions about that this is how it is, and we can lock our hearts off to different possibilities. And so while I think this bridge is so romantic about, having a forever love and throwing away the key because it's an unbreakable bond, sometimes I want to challenge you guys, and I want you to share with me, please, like, what have you decided is unbreakable in your heart? What desires do you not let yourself reconsider if there's a different possibility for you out there? I'm worthy of respect regardless of what the scale says. I am worthy of my husband's love regardless of how much money I make, and he's allowed to spoil me, and I'm allowed to love him back, not because of what he does for me, but because I love him just for who he is, no matter what. And I choose to now have employees that I trust and that I delegate to, and that we have a great relationship regardless of what I've been through in the past. So those are just 3 examples I've been through, but I'm really curious about what have you locked yourself off to as future possibilities, and what you want, and knowing that you deserve it. And so sometimes it can be great, and I'll stand up so you guys can see. So the Seine River is right behind me, and there's a boat going by. Lots of boats, and there's lots of people on the bridge with me. So traveling around Paris my last day, and just coming across this place where, sometimes loving forever and making decisions forever can be such a beautiful thing. But sometimes it can really hurt us and hold us back. And I've been able to transform so many things in my life that I don't know that I made a conscious decision. They were modeled for me, or I respected someone and just copycatted them without giving myself permission to question if that's actually how I wanted to live my life and how I wanted to show up every day for myself, and in all my relationships and for my clients. And so when we make these decisions, whether they're subconscious or not, I encourage you to really check in about what decisions you want to keep and what decisions you want to maybe unlock. Because ultimately, even if you think that you threw away the key, you have it within yourself to transform any part of your life that you desire to. And so I really hope, I love seeing you guys on here. It's super fun to have you in Paris with me. And I'd love to hear from you. You can either comment on this video, I'll be keeping my eye on it throughout the day, about what you've locked off that maybe you want to transform, or even share some success stories about what you have transformed, things that you thought were set in stone, the key was thrown away, and let me know how you're feeling after you've transformed it. So thanks for being here, guys. Lots of people trying to sell me locks, and I'm not locking anything else up for the now being. So thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy this, little view of this, how many things get locked up. And I encourage you all to just make sure that whatever you decide to lock in for yourself is something that you choose and that feels good for you. So, mwah. Je t'aime from Paris.